Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, good evening, wherever you happen to be. Again, my name is Dave Wyse, and I'm with the Right Line Trading. I have a trading room called the my Compass Options Trading Room, and as well as an alert service. And I appreciate you being here today. I've been listening to the speakers. This is some really great speakers and some great information being shared here today. So I appreciate that. So I'm going to move ahead here, and I'll go ahead and pass this since Dave already did that. And I want to speed this up a little bit, but again, this just kind of is a graphic of the alert service that I have in my room for doing text alerts. These come to your phone, and I have this as well as a live trading room. So we'll go through some of those things. What I want to do before I get into the actual, what I'm going to do is take a look at what we do in the room and what the alert service is like, and then I'm going to spend some time on Heiken-Ashi candles and how to use those in your trading to improve your trading. But the first thing that's really important, and I think is everybody should understand, this is basically just a graphic depiction of retail traders. These little marbles here are us. These are the little retail traders like myself and probably most everybody here. And it's important to understand when retail traders are in the market and there's no institutions in there, and this is the institutions, what you've got is you've got a lot of chop, you've got a lot of chaos. It's basically very, very difficult to make any kind of money when the retail traders are in there. This is the institutions, and the institutions are made up of big investment banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, etc., as well as hedge funds, dozens, hundreds of hedge funds with billions of dollars. It also would be mutual funds such as Vanguard, T. Rowe Price, et cetera, and big pension funds. And that's where all the money is. And when these folks are in the market creating a trend, we want to know about it and we want to follow them. We're not going to take any money from these institutions. We're going to take money from other retail traders who don't have the same information that we have. So my job in my room and in my alert service is to find trades when the institutions are in there and try to find the best of those trades and take those. All right, so this is, I just wanted to just show a quick comparison here between regular candles. This is a SPY setup. This is a couple of weeks ago, but this is a regular candlestick chart of the SPY. These are on regular candles, and you can see the trend. And this is what Heiken-Ashi candles look like. And we're going to go over this in some detail today. If you haven't used them, I think you're going to find them extremely helpful to improve your trading. I use them all the time. So I'll go over why they're different and how they can help us. So as we move forward here, what I use in my room and in the alert service, I have a couple of rules to trade by. Basically, we look to trade the best and skip the rest. Pretty simple and easy to said than done. But what we're looking for is only to take the best trades and sit on our hands the rest of the time. And our objective, and I say this every day in the room, our objective is not to make trades. Our objective is to make money. So the number of trades we take is not what's important. It's the quality of trades that we take that's very important. And my trading room, the Compass Options room, I'm there every day from about 9:15 to 4, all day long, doing trades and finding trades and talking to the members, et cetera. So I think it's one of the few rooms where there's actually somebody that you can talk to and ask questions from all day long. Right, so profitable traders, as we all want to be, we need an edge. We need an edge over other traders. And the edges that we have in our service is we use what's called the Right Line Compass system. This is a piece of software. This is what else actually identifies when institutions are in the trade and when they're not. That's really, really important. We also trade what's called relative strength and relative weakness. Don't confuse this with RSI. This is basically just tracking a particular stock you're interested in on usually a 5-minute chart. And if it's outperforming the SPY, it's got relative strength. If it's underperforming the SPY, it's got relative weakness. It gives you an additional edge to any trade that you take if it has a relative strength or relative weakness, because if the market turns against you, it's not going to go down as fast. And we also want to trade with the market trend if there is one. A lot of days there's no market trend. And another key thing is we look to buy near support, sell near resistance. We don't want to be chasing stocks up or down. And trying to getting in at the top or at the bottom. Okay, so those are what we need, and how this works for us is the Compass system, and this is kind of a graphic illustration of it on Thinkorswim. Basically, it allows us to know when they're in the trade, and when they're not. So we can take trades when they're in it and when they're not. The Compass system software analyzes this trading data and displays the results in an easy format to visualize. It's colored. And this makes it possible for even new traders to find high probability trade setups. All right, so we'll move along here. Again, this is basically saying the same thing. Who and what are institutional traders? Obviously, we're only going to be taking trades that are driven by institutions. And that's our big edge. I mean, it's a big edge to know when the institutions are in there and when they're not. Okay, and this is, I just like to show this. How do we find high probability trades? This is a thing I've created called a funnel. This funnel tells us if we take a stock, and we're looking at an individual stock, how many of these criteria does it meet? And this is important. When I take a long trade, the daily chart and the 5-minute chart both have to be bullish. I'm not going to be taking any long trades if the daily chart is bearish. I don't have any flexibility to stay in the trade during the day or overnight. Then we also want to trade with the trend, both the stock and the market trend, if there is a market trend. Then we look at the Compass indicators. We make sure the institutions are in the trade. If the institutions are not in the trade, we're not interested in the stock. And then we look at relative strength and relative weakness. We want to take a stock long with relative strength and short with relative weakness. And then we want to enter near support and sell near resistance. That's the high probability trade setup funnel. That's kind of the thought process we go through in every trade that we take. And this is basically the same thing written out. The highest probability trade setup through the funnel. But you notice the trades need to have the daily and 5-minute aligned, and the Compass indicators must be aligned. These are two critical things. And I emphasize in the room every day, having patience is extremely critical. So this in the room and in the alert service, these are the particular type of trades we take. I won't go over every one of them, but most of our trades are option trades. We do puts and calls, we do debit spreads, time spreads. This is a calendar spread over earnings where we capture volatility, and credit spreads and a few other systems that we use. But basically the trades are going to be, based on options, and we'll have mostly directional trades, some non-directional trades. For example, the volatility spreads are capturing volatility on earnings is a non-directional trade. We don't care which way the stock goes. And who is this alert service for? The alert service is obviously, we're doing day trades and short-term swing trades. This is not for investment type trades. Most of the trades we take are going to be intraday, or they're going to last overnight to maybe as long as 3 weeks. But generally speaking, 3 to 4 days, 5 days is about normal. And again, it's designed for traders who can't or don't want to watch the market all day. And you're going to get real-time alerts on the highest probability trade setups that we can find. All right, and we do that by looking at and finding when institutional traders are in there. This is just kind of a P&L of the last quarter of what we've done in there. So we've had some pretty good success. I'm going to just kind of run through some of the trades we've taken pretty quickly, and this isn't really to brag or any boast. I'm much more interested in letting people understand the percentage gains we take in the trades we take. We're not getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 600% gains. You'll hear that a lot of times. We don't do that. Our trades are going to be running in 20s, 40s, as high as 100%, but typically they're going to stay in the 20s and 30s. This was our September results, 25 wins, 2 losses, 92% win rate. And I just used this 2,000 invested at this as just a base number. If you invested 2,000 in each trade, you would have had 77, 88 profit. But that's September. This is October, 86% win rate, same percentage. But notice the percentages stay around the same. And we have losers, of course. Everybody has losers. We have some losers as well. November, really nice month, 21 and 4, 84% win rate, nice profit. Same percentages, 31%, 30%, 24%, 40%. This is what we can expect from the trades that you take. And I want folks who are members or thinking of joining to know what to expect. December, very slow month, holidays, etc. Wasn't a lot of good trades, but still an 87% win rate. January, a 90% win rate. This was a good month for us. And again, percentages, you see how they're staying the same when we do credit spreads, debit spreads, time spreads, all mixed in here. February, a really, really good month, 92% win rate. And this was the first quarter of 2024. I just kind of recapped this. This was 65 wins, 11 losses in the room itself for an 86% win rate, 18,000 profit. Alert service, 41 wins, 6 losses, 87% win rate, 12,000. Not every trade we take in the room would go out and alert. Sometimes they're too quick or they're too late in the day, and those don't go out in the alert service. All right, and this was 2023 results. So I just kind of want to show you how the alert service in the room is performing. This is 2023. Again, if you started with a 50,000 account, it closed the year at up 120%, 110,000 at the end of the year. So that's just kind of to show you what results we've had. And as far as the alert service, if you get the alert service, what you're going to get, every trade is going to come out an SMS alert. You're going to get the stock symbol. You're going to get the option strike price, the option expiration date, and the price to pay for the option. And that could be a range, $1 to $1.05 or something like that. Typically, there'll be one alert when we take the trade, and then another alert when we're going to get out of the trade. I'll give you an alert that tells you where we want to sell, and you would put that in there as a good till cancel. So if you're not there in the morning or anytime during the day, and it hits your price target to get out for profit, it'll go off. Okay, so how do we achieve these stunning results? Just so you know, what we're identifying institutional trading, and we're only taking trades that have institutional trading and what's called market internals, which lets us know that there's more buyers than sellers in the market or more sellers than buyers. Okay, and the compass system, just for informational purposes, I'm not going to go into detail on the compass system because it would take too long. But basically, we do what's called a triple screen assessment, or you could call it a fractal, you can call it multi-time frame. We want the momentum, the trend, and the money flow all matched up in one direction, either long or short, across multiple time frames. And when they all line up like that, it tells us it's a buy, or if they line up short, it's a sell. All right. Now, I want to spend some time here, as I've kind of told you what our service is like. I want to go over the Heiken-Ashi candles because that's what I was interested in sharing. Because a lot of people don't, well, they may know about them, but they don't use them. But what is Heiken-Ashi candles? What's the advantages over standard candles? Well, there's several. It identifies confirmation of a trend reversal, and this is really important because if you're trying to get into a trade that's coming down to support and you're waiting for it to bounce off the support and then revert back into the original trend again, you want that trend reversal to be confirmed. It's much more difficult to confirm it with regular candles than it is with Heiken-Ashi candles, and I'll show you why. A Heiken-Ashi candle will confirm that trend reversal. So it allows trades entries a confirmed reversal, avoiding failed breakouts. I don't know if you've ever taken trades, I imagine you have if you trade, that have looked like they were breaking out through a resistance level or breaking down through a resistance or up through a support level, and then they turned around and they ended up being failed breakouts. The Heiken-Ashi candle will reduce that likelihood by a lot. And it smooths out the price movement to eliminate noise. Allows traders to stay in trend trades longer. In other words, you're not going to get shaken out. If you're watching the Heiken-Ashi candles, it'll tell you to stay in the trade until the trend is ending. And again, so it identifies waning trend momentum to exit for profits, and it makes it much easier to visualize the current trend. So what Heiken-Ashi candles, just so you know, it means average bar in Japanese, and it basically smooths out the price action, as I've said. I'm going to show you what the candles look like. Bullish candles have flat bottoms, and bearish candles have flat tops. That's the thing that's going to stand out the most, and you'll be able to see this. And again, I'll talk about the reversals and bullish trends. You're going to have a flat bottom candle, which is bullish, and it's going to be followed by a doji Heiken-Ashi candle, having both wicks and tails, followed by a flat top. That would be a reversal, and I'm going to show you some examples of that here in just a minute. And I do trade a lot of these. I've had a pretty good win rate when I trade Heiken-Ashi, about 90%. It helps my win rate a lot. Okay, so this is just a graphic of a Heiken-Ashi candles, what they look like. This is a flat top here. This is a Heiken-Ashi bearish candle. You see we get wicks and tails here, and then we get another flat top. This would be, it's not really reversal of the downtrend. This is a confirmation of a continuation of the downtrend when you get this flat top. So you see it continues down, and now we're starting to getting green candles with wicks and tails, and here's a flat bottom candle right here on this candlestick. Flat bottom candle, a Heiken-Ashi reversal. This is a reversal of the bearish trend right here. This is where you would enter for a long. And notice, interestingly, that the beginning of each candle starts in the middle of the previous candle, and that's true on every single Heiken-Ashi candle. All right. So I'm going to show you some charts with some trades that we've taken using Heiken-Ashi candles. This is the compass system. This is running on Thinkorswim. You can see here that this trade is very bullish. Anything that's green here, green or blue, is going to be bullish. But we took the trade here. If you see these candles with wicks and tails and then a flat bottom, that's a flat bottomed Heiken-Ashi reversal candle off of this compression. This is where we entered the trade. Notice that the candlesticks, as we go up, that they continue with flat bottoms, flat bottoms, flat bottoms, flat bottoms, all the way up. And then you start getting wicks and tails. Momentum's waning. You get out of the trade right there. And everything is still bullish, but this was a nice run on Tesla using Heiken-Ashi reversal. This is a bullish reversal right here on a daily chart on Gilead. This is where we actually get into this on this candle right here. See, we had a little wick and a tail here, but this was a Heiken-Ashi reversal. And this was a Heiken-Ashi reversal right here as well. All right, and again, all green, compass system telling us the institutions are in there. We get a Heiken-Ashi reversal, nice trade to take. GE, same thing. GE right here, this was a Heiken-Ashi reversal, and we took this overnight on this reverse right here. Big wicks and tails off of earnings, flat bottom, a flat bottom. That's a bullish reversal on a Heiken-Ashi candle. And the compass system is telling us that generally speaking, everything is green here. The institutions are in there. This is a trade we took an IBM. This is another platform I use called TC2000. This line I've drawn right here is what's called an algo resistance line. You notice that the stock broke through there on a Heiken-Ashi reversal candle. And so this is an excellent entry for a long, which we took, of course, and it worked really well. This is another one on Teva. You can see the Heiken-Ashi reversal. See the wicks, the tails on these candlesticks, and then a Heiken-Ashi reversal right here. Notice it repeats 4 or 5 candles, just keeps going up. You can see another one back here, Heiken-Ashi reversal. And the white line I've got on here is called the 8 exponential moving average. I use that as a guide on my trades. All right, so I'm gonna, if I can here, I'm gonna really quick just move another chart over here so I can look at some live Heiken-Ashi candles. This is actually from today on some of these charts we're going to be looking at. But this is Home Depot, and this is a TC2000. But you can see here that Home Depot had right here it had a Heiken-Ashi reversal to the bullish side, and right here Heiken-Ashi reversal to the bearish side. Nice place to enter short. It comes down. Now see, we started to chop around, but we got another Heiken-Ashi reversal to the bullish bearish side today, which makes Home Depot a nice setup for a potential short for tomorrow. You would wait and see in the morning if it qualifies. All right, this is BJ's right here, Heiken-Ashi reversal right here, breaking up through some resistance levels. Nice looking trade. You see here we had a Heiken-Ashi reversal right here, and it marched up. You see how easy it is to see these kind of trades using Heiken-Ashi versus regular candles. Google, beautiful Heiken-Ashi reversal right here off the 200-day moving average. Just keeps marching up, flat bottoms, flat bottoms, flat bottoms. We get a little bit of choppiness here, and now we got again flat bottom yesterday and today, and yesterday and today. Nice move in Google. So just to show you what Heiken-Ashi candles look like, what you can look for. Again, this was tech. This was another really nice one here. But you can go back and you can see how they traded. You see how it got short here below the 50-day moving average, the red line, flat top, flat top, flat top. Nice short, flat bottom, nice long, flat bottom, nice long. So this is what they will show you. Got a couple more I just want to share. I don't want to take too much time on a lot of these, but this was 5. This is one I just took the other day. 5 coming down hard, then moving back up, and then here's a Heiken-Ashi reversal right here off the 8. Perfect trade, and look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days to the downside. No reason to be out of the trade. It worked really beautifully. In fact, we were in that one today. And here's Clorox right here. There's another Heiken-Ashi reversal right here to the downside. So this was what you can use to find entry points for trades and how to stay in them. So that's really important. And I think that if look at these charts. Anytime you're looking at a trade, switch to Heiken-Ashi candles. It's very easy to do that. All the platforms will let you either use regular candlesticks or Heiken-Ashi candles, and find a good entry on it. And then as you're entering the trade and trying to stay in the trade, watch your Heiken-Ashi candles every day. Wait for the flat bottoms to disappear on a long, or the flat tops to disappear in a short, and that'll give you an indication that it's time to probably get out of the trade. So that's basically what I wanted to cover on Heiken-Ashis in the limited time that I've got. So these are some recent trades that we've taken in the room. Again, just so you can see the compass system here. This is when we took a work day. It's a 5-day trade here for a nice 30% profit. And you can see this, the compass system puts out things. This is a dynamic compression zone it creates. This is a pop out of the box, or a compression break symbol that it uses. It produces that kind of information that we use. There's Vertex here, VKTX, sorry. This is a biotech, nice pop here. Took it off here. This was another one for 30. This is in 3 days for a 30% profit. And again, you see we're only taking trades where the institutions are in the trade. This was an overnight trade in the McDonald's. We get in here at 8:30, out at 11:30 in the next morning, I think, for a 37% gain. But you notice it's coming out of a dynamic compression. It's got everything's green. It's just a really, really nice position play, because it was green over here. You see this compression. You're looking to get in at the very break of the compression. All right, so we've got a lot of trades like this. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the information, the way we trade it, is pretty much the same. We're looking for institutional involvement. We're looking for breaks below a resistance or a support level, and we use Heiken-Ashi candles to get us into the trade. Amazon, nice 32% gain. We just took this. This was just a 1-day trade right here in Amazon. And this was a nice trade in JD. We saw this break, this dynamic compression. We just took it intraday, and we took it short. You see how this went from green to red, green to yellow. That went from bullish to bearish. That's what we took it as it broke down. Everything else was already bearish. Institutions are selling the heck out of this thing, so we wanted to take advantage of that, which we did. All right. So anyway, I've got lots and lots of these. I'm not going to go through them all, but you can see this is the same thing. Are the institutions selling? Yes, they are. Do we have a break of compression? Yes, we do. Take the trade. And obviously we're running it through more criteria than that, but that's basically the setup that we get. And these are the reasons that we're able to maintain like an 85 to 90% win rate, which is very, very high. It's difficult to maintain an 85% win rate, 90% win rate, really, really difficult, especially when you get choppy markets. The data dog, another one. See, everything yellow or red should be short. And this was right here was on crowd. It was all green and blue right here. We had to watch this closely because this kept shifting back and forth. So you have a little concern that some of the multi-time frame trend, the multi-time frame momentum is switching back and forth, but the current time frame momentum on the daily chart was still strong. So we were able to stay in it. We only took it just for a day or two. Amazon, 32% profit in 45 minutes. Again, not hard to see. ANPH, this was a really nice short right here. This is a 5-minute chart. So notice how it compresses. Pop out of the box symbol the compass gives us. We take it short. We write it down. We're up 20% in an hour. So I got a lot of these. This was a really, I do like to cover this one. This was really a nice one. This was one on Verizon. And Verizon doesn't move an awful lot, and the options are usually pretty inexpensive. And I take, in the money options, I usually take a 70 delta. For in the money options, we took a 70 delta on this, 45 cents, so $45 a contract. We were in this thing for 1 hour. We get in for $45 per contract. So if you took 10 contracts, it was $450. We get out an hour later for 67 cents, or $670 for a $450 investment in 1 hour. All right, so I'm going to skip by some of these so I can get to wrap this thing up. We have a bunch of these charts that these are the ones we've taken in the room. So this was Tesla for a nice profit. This was a Tesla, by the way. I do take overnight trades based on what the 5-minute chart was telling me. It was telling me I had a bearish setup. You can see it. Institutions are selling. Here's the pop out of the box symbol telling me I'm breaking compression. I take it here, hold it overnight, and sometimes you have to get lucky. It fell from 120 to 112. The puts exploded, and we made about $7 a contract on the puts. All right, and this is the Tesla setup I showed again for the Heiken-Ashi reversals. So again, just kind of recap in the room or in the options, what we in the options room or the alert service, we do straight calls and puts, we do debit spreads, we use time spreads over earnings, some people call it a calendar spread. This is not a directional trade. We're just capturing volatility. We do credit spreads to catch your time decay. And I have another strategy here called weekly ATM that I don't have time to go over right now. So anyway, this is the alert service. This is what it looks like on your phone. Comes right to your phone. It usually comes. I have it on my phone, so I know how fast they're coming. I usually get them within about 20 to 30 seconds of when the alert goes out. As soon as I find a high probability trade, I'll alert on it. And I do take every single trade I call out in the room, and every single trade that I alert on. I take them all. I'm trading with my money on all these alerts, all these trades. So if anybody tells me, I'm down on this trade, I'll say, I know I'm in the same trade you are. I take all of the trades. So these are the offers that we've got. I've got the 2 offers here, and they're going to be, I believe they're in the chat box that you'll be able to click on those and see what they are. And if you're interested, if you have questions, because I can't answer questions today, it's too quick, but you can call 786-732-4656. That's Rory. You'll talk to Rory. He's there now. If you have any questions that I can't answer. But this is the Company Options Alert Service. It's a 50% off sale for today, which is really good. Full year for $9.98, and again, it produced last year close to $60,000 in profits, and quarterly for $3.96. You can use the Save 200 code, and for the trading room itself, which also obviously includes the alert service. It also comes with a Discord room and a chat room, and I also have 25 videos that I share with everybody to go over the different strategies they use, the different indicators that we use on the compass system, and how we dive into deeper technical analysis to find these. But the live trading room, 50% off, $11.98 for a year, really a good deal. And if you want to do it, just try it for a month, $148 to try for a month, and that's pretty good. So that's the offers we have here. I hope the brief amount of time I was able to spend on Heiken-Ashi candles you find useful. I think you want to try it out and see how you like them. I think you'll find that they will definitely help you trading. And one of the things those big red candles and green candles that come in during the day on a standard candlestick, you get these big ones today. We had these. If you've gone Heiken-Ashi, you're not going to get that kind of trepidation that you get, basically that panic that you get when you see this big, huge red candle when you're long. Because one of the biggest mistakes traders make is they exit off emotion. They get panicked on a big green red candle like we had last week, and they panic and they get out at the very worst spot. So you want to be being very calm. You want to look at your daily chart, and if you feel emotionally like you need to get out of a trade, the best thing I can tell you is don't do it. Stay in the trade until you can get some confirmation. So that is the presentation I have. I appreciate you taking the time to come in and let me share this with you today. And I hope to see some of you folks in the room or in the alert service. Thanks very much.